Hey, what up? Big Rat 310 McAddy. Sorry to Nuthead. Sorry, I can't remember your name. Hold on a second. It's sorry to Nuthead 2008. You asked me to do this. You actually sent me this message on Thursday, I believe. But I had a lot of stuff to do. I had to do my Impact review and SmackDown review. And out of all my requests that I've gotten to make videos, I made sure that you're going to be the first. So here we go. You asked me what's the difference between the ECW Taz and the WWE Taz, and what makes one better than the other. The ECW Taz, he was like 5'9", but he was still the toughest man in their corporation. He is the WWE's version of, I know my people don't look at it like this way. It's a really weird metaphor, but it's a metaphor nonetheless. The Undertaker. The Undertaker is a guy that everyone's afraid of, that everyone has respect for. The guy that owns and runs the company and runs the locker room. Taz was that guy in ECW. Taz was the man in charge. Taz was the one who led everyone to do what they wanted to do. Everyone had to go by what Taz wanted, not by what the administration wanted. Taz was world champion material in ECW. He was a great wrestler, phenomenal. And he had that hardcore judo style. They even called it, there's a difference between WWE and ECW. When he came to WWE, they called this submission the Taz mission only. They only call it the Taz mission. But in ECW, they call it the Taz mission and the Kachahidame. I know I didn't say that right, I'm sorry. Because the ECW values more showmanship than wrestling. WWE does value wrestling, but showmanship is really their main thing. Where ECW kind of valued that hard-working wrestling part of it. So they call it the Kachahidame, once again. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. But they didn't call it the Taz mission, but they call it the first word. They call it more often. The ECW Taz was more hardcore. You know what I mean? He didn't really use weapons, even though he could, but he didn't really. He was the type of guy that just went boom, 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 boom. And the suplex machine. And when he came to WWE, everything kind of went down south. First, he gets Kurt Angle, and that was a good start. I like that. I had that on DVD, actually. Not on the Royal Rumble Anthology. I actually have the actual DVD of the Royal Rumble 2000. And I got it a long time ago. I actually got it like 5 or 6 years ago. So that was one of my first DVDs that I ever purchased. And the first match was Taz versus Kurt Angle. And seeing Taz in there was great. He was just going crazy all over the place. I mean, he was better in ECW. I don't have any of these. I've seen some of the ECW work, but I don't really have any videos of it. I have Barely Legal from '97, and I have the ECW, I forget what it's called. It's just called ECW, I think, where it has good matches from ECW in the past and the present. And then I have ECW Blood Sport, which only has the bloodiest matches in the past. So I've seen all the DVDs imaginable. They're all amazing. Taz was phenomenal. But when he came to WWE, you know what really killed him? The invasion storyline. Once again, not going to get into it. I said this 1,000 times. If someone sends me a request, Big Rat 310, please do the invasion storyline, fine. I might do a 3-part video on the invasion storyline. So let me just give you the Taz version of it. When he came, Taz, instead of being a main eventer, because they had to use so many WWF stars like Austin and Angle, kept going down, 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 and down the chain. Never really got back up. See, in 2000, he was tough. He wasn't world title status by any means, but he was still, he was tough. It's like what I said with R-Truth. You have to start over. When R-Truth comes to WWE, he can't go straight to being a world champion. He has to start over. Christian Cage is the only, like I said, like a Christian Cage. Only if you've been in the WWE beforehand do you not have to start over. But when you come from one promotion to another, you really do have to start over and make a new name for yourself. Of course, unless you're going from WWE to TNA, where they automatically make you a star, because you're WWE talent, and it's true, believe it or not. So he had to start over, and in 2000, he was starting up. He was like doing what Kozlov's doing now, undefeated, just beating people up, beating people up, beating people up. Wasn't world heavyweight champion status, but he didn't need to be. And then in 2001, he just got soft with the invasion storyline. Because, like I said, because somebody starts committing, kept getting pushed down and down and down the chain, never got back up. Austin, he looks so weak. One of my favorite Raw moments ever with Kurt Angle in the Milkomania truck, and having Austin just completely bury Taz. I mean, come on. kicking him, ripping off his shirt, and Taz saying, you know, I'm sorry, my bad, I screwed up, with like a smile on his face. Come on, he's not physical anymore. He's not the hardcore. He's not the guy who walks in the ring with a towel over his head. And then, of course, he becomes partners with Spike Dudley, which I liked. See, because I thought, you know, it's not world title status, but he's a face, and it's very rare to see Taz as a face. He's a face now, and he's a face, and, you know, he's being the face that takes care of the young, like I guess Tommy Dreamer did with Colin Delaney. But you know what I mean, to a much higher extent. He was taking care of Spike Dudley, watching his back. It was working really well, and I think they were talking about a turn from Taz to Spike. I think they were saying a few months down the line, they were probably around Backlash 2002, they were gonna have Taz turn on Spike, and it's not the kind of turn where Spike, you know, fights back and he gets promoted. No, it's the kind of turn where Taz kicks his ass and then Taz gets fiercer and fiercer and fiercer. Kind of like what Chris did to Shawn at the beginning when Chris took out Shawn at the Great American Bash. And then, you know, he got to fiercer till he won the title. I know it's not the same because Shawn wasn't his partner and they were brutal rivals, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, by taking out your partner, you become better and better. Like my tag team storylines today, one goes up and one goes down. I can't believe I can't remember any, but definitely like a turn where, give me a second. Oh, I guess you could say, it's not the best metaphor, but like Eddie Guerrero to Tajiri, when he turned on Tajiri to the car, put him through, it made him look tougher, and Tajiri didn't really fight back. He sort of did at SummerSlam, but he never won. And Eddie Guerrero just got better and better and better from then until he won the world title. That I guess is what I am trying to say. Nothing much else. I love Taz in ECW, WWE. Then he got injured. They couldn't do the Spike Dudley turn because he got injured. And he has to color commentate for SmackDown now. And I like him color commentator, but he ain't my favorite, of course. But I still like him. And I love when he makes the sporadic appearances, like when Rikishi fought John Cena in a rap contest, and Taz was the referee, and Taz looks at Taz mission on John Cena. This was 2003, long time ago. Taz gets a Taz mission on John Cena. I was cheering him on the entire time. So yeah, I miss Taz. Sorry to Nuthead 2008 that the video is late. That is my thoughts on Taz versus Taz. I'm Big Red 310, and I'm out. Peace.